Lately, I've been hearing a lot of disrespect about my quarterback after a historic season, after not having a receiver go over 500 yards, but still throw for over 4,000 yards, one of the first QBs to ever do that. And also being a top five quarterback on third down, also having a one of the only Super Bowl rings in our division since Eli did it in 2011. Troy Aikman, 96, a quarterback that's made All Pro and a Pro Bowl on a torn ACL, didn't even finish the season, but a certain quarterback that had the benefit of a number one offense got snubbed a Pro Bowl, and he just had a bad shoulder, they say. Fucking bullshit. Oh, sorry. That's something in my throat there. You know? It just shows you who's really like the top dog in our division. Who's really the big boss in the NFC East. Now, don't get it mistaken, okay? Like people say, Carson Wentz didn't have a winning record in 2018 because his starting record was 5-6, ignoring the complete fact they brought him back early off a torn ACL surgery and rehabilitation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they brought him back game 3 versus the Colts, and he shouldn't have like even played that game. That was a lot of work. He got hit and he got sacked. You know, one of the worst games for our offensive line, but yet he was still able to, like any other great franchise quarterback would, entering a 108 million deal with 63 fully guaranteed at signing. Going into a year where he's already accomplished so much, but yet is still disrespected by the media, calling Carson Wentz injury prone. Why? Like, why, after such a great historic year for a quarterback with nothing, taking his team to the playoffs with a group of receivers that were working at Walmart like before they got signed? But yet we still have the disrespect on our quarterback. Uh, and it's just the fact that, like, the media likes to portray this injury prone like mantra on Carson Wentz, and I just never got the injury prone thing. Like, I don't get it. In the 4 years Carson Wentz has been in the league, like, we've only known him by the numbers. The numbers say it. You can look this up yourself on NFL.com. Carson Wentz, any sports outlet you look at, it will say Carson Wentz has only missed 8 games in 4 years. Okay? He played his full rookie season, which, by the way, almost threw for 4,000 yards that season, but nobody wants to talk about that either. But it's okay. It's first year. Second year, he played 13 games, went out with a torn ACL, like on a questionable play where maybe he should have slid, maybe it was, like what it was, that's still up for debate as well. But like, he missed like the 3 games for that season, and then he came back, which is still too early, went 5-6 and missed the rest of the 5 games because of a back problem. Because again, he was brought back too early, and he was probably like throwing off his his throwing technique was probably off because, again, he was brought back too early. His mechanics probably rusty. Like, I'm pretty sure if you're an athlete, you know that if you're out of a sport that you regularly play for a while, when you come back, you're going to be rusty. That he still put up great numbers. I think he threw like 21 or 20 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. Still the best touchdown interception ratio in the division. So, still better year. Like, if that was Carson Wentz, like, you can't fault him for that. He came back because in my opinion, I feel like they wanted to get Carson Wentz out there to test it, the waters, and to them it seemed good. But but I'm going off topic. Okay, injury prone. Like he only missed 8 games in 4 years. Aaron Rodgers missed a whole season. Like Deshaun Watson missed a whole season. Um, Nick Foles has missed a season's worth of games. All the quarterbacks I have just named have all missed season plus worth of games, more than Carson Wentz, but we're not calling them injury prone. This mantra is only like discriminatory to Carson Wentz for like because he's an Eagles quarterback, and obviously the Eagles fan base is one of the most hated because of some stereotypes from back in the 80s and 90s, but that's just me. Yeah, so they only use injury prone towards Carson Wentz when we know that Aaron Rodgers. Look, actually, you know what? They just paid Ryan Tannehill like 62 or something like that $1 million contract, and he missed 2 years of worth of seasons with the Miami Dolphins right before that, and missed 8 games. So I'm like this. So I don't get why this injury prone mantra is just so. When a myriad of only when statistically 11 out of the 32 quarterbacks played a full season. So that should tell you that this injury prone mantra should be more like spread out to the NFL and not just put on my quarterback. That's not fair. Like, it's not fair, and y'all have no grounds to like smack this on Carson Wentz. It's numerically illogical. It's silly. It's a waste of real sports people's times. We could be talking about something totally different. Like we could be talking about the weapons that need to be put around Carson Wentz, which have, by the way, in the draft. We could talk about what kind of role Jalen Hurts is going to play in our offense. Are we going to a more Saints style offense? Like, these are the things that we should be talking about, but no, we're having to still talk about Carson Wentz and his injury prone label. Like, I just want to get that out there because I was just so tired, just of the disrespect of my All-Pro Super Bowl winning quarterback, 2-time division winner. No, I'm just so tired of the disrespect, and it's so silly. When you're looking at a top 5 quarterback right now, so just wanted to put that there, man. Like, sorry for the long hiatus, man. I just been focused on myself, man. I'm trying to get myself right internally so I can, manifest that and, on the external. So thanks to you guys who are viewing me now or still viewing me, man. Like, I hope everybody's doing well during this coronavirus pandemic, staying safe, staying clean out here. Other than that, man, y'all take it easy.